Good evening, family, and all praise to our Father, the Almighty Creator. African Americans, Judah, say good day to the other army of the Most High, here with you in captivity. Genesis 4, 8, and 9. Judah, thee shall thy brethren praise. Thy hand shall be on the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's sons shall bow down before thee. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He crouched as a lion, and as a lioness. Who shall rouse him up? Judah, a.k.a. the children of Deuteronomy chapter 28, hopefully for the last time, who shall rouse you up? The last thing our enemies want is for us to be roused up. Why? Because our hands are going to be on their necks, and they know it. Our brothers here in the land of the north will praise us. Our enemies want us to stay in slumber so they can continue to kill us. Ezekiel 37, 10 and 11. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived, and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army. Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, our bones are dried, our hope is lost, we are clean cut off. Ezekiel 37, 10 and 11 talks about Israel, or the northern tribes, being a great army when they raise up, the Most High's other army. Genesis 49, 8 and 9 reads that Judah, a.k.a. the children of Deuteronomy chapter 28, will have their hands on the necks of our enemies, a.k.a. the Europeans, when we raise up. Jeremiah 3:18. In those days the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel, and they shall come together out of the land of the north to the land that I have given for an inheritance unto their fathers. Per Jeremiah 3:18, the house of Judah and the house of Israel will both come together out of the land of the north into our promised land. That means that the Almighty's army, the house of Israel, and the Almighty's hitmen, the house of Judah, are currently here in the land of the north. Both armies here in the USA under our enemy's captivity, the northern tribe and the southern tribe. Do you now see the time bomb our enemies are sitting on? Nagasaki and Hiroshima are nothing compared to the raw power our enemies are currently trying to keep asleep right now here in the USA. Do you know, House of Judah, and do you know, House of Israel, what you're capable of? Do you realize the power that we have when the Almighty Creator has our backs? Our enemies know, and that's why they are in panic mode. Our enemies are steadily killing us in new ways, and the only hope we have is our Father, the Most High Creator. These people hate us. They hate you. That's what they were made to do. Sorry. Hate and afflict us so we can be taught a lesson. Are you done learning your lesson? Are you done trying to win on an uneven playing field Are you done trying to raise up and compete with our enemies? Are you tired of trying to pull all of the African American money away from our enemies and into our own communities? Communities where our enemies own the land? We don't own any of this land. Our enemies do. And they stole it from the true natives of these lands, the melanated natives, and not the dark, white, non-natives. You might own your house, but it can be taken away whenever they want. Judah, are you tired of living like this? Did you know that there are Africans waiting for Judah to rise up here in the North Country? They know that their freedom starts with Judah waking up. When we wake up, the world begins to go back to the way it should be and once was. Our 400 years of captivity is up. The Almighty is judging the nations, like He said He would do. What do? He tells us to come together and cry out to Him. Cry out to Him with all our heart and all our soul. He says with all our soul because that's how we speak to Him. Connect to Him with your soul and ask Him to forgive us here in the North that were born into this captivity. Ask Him to rouse us up so we can get out of here without tumult. Spread the word to all of the house of Judah and the house of Israel here in the land of the North. If you see a video, regardless of who it's made by, that can open our brothers and sisters' eyes, then share it. It's time for our nation, that's not a nation yet, to cry out to the Almighty Creator so He can make us a nation. He said we would cry out early in our affliction. We have to come together as a whole, as a Most High fearing nation, and we need to put the word out so we can gather our family and end this. End this with the power of the Most High. The other nations know we are quickly being woke up, and they know we haven't connected yet with the Almighty Creator. Yet. They're doing everything they can to kill us and keep us down. Keep us in slumber. Keep us in their matrix. Let's do everything we can to stop them. That only happens when we collectively pray and fear our Most High Creator. Pray to our Most High Creator, Our enemies are here to afflict us, to teach us a lesson. Per Scripture, they hate you. There is no way we can rise up against the people that were created to afflict us. They hate you. That in itself is going against the will of the Most High. We have never won a war without our Almighty Creator. We need Him to get us out of here. The not so funny thing is, He's waiting for us to gather together and cry out to Him so He can come rescue us. See the power of our enemy's programming? Melanated native peoples of the world, it's your turn. You're my next video. We need to talk. Hopefully you know that my past videos about black Native Americans weren't pointed at you. I had to point out the fakes to weed them out. How does one know who the fakes are right off the bat, without a doubt? Two things. Fear the Almighty Creator while you still have a chance. Have a good evening, family.